Playing mobile games and not getting rewarded for it is a thing of the past. Why haven't you switched yet? If you're going to spend the time playing, you should be earning rewards doing it. With Missed Play, you play what you love and earn points for gift cards and more. Plus, you can enter the Missed Play sweepstakes for your chance to win tens of thousands of dollars in cash, bundles, and gift cards every week. So yeah, keep playing games. Just maybe get rewarded for it. Download Missed Play today and enter for your chance to win.
Starts first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, stalled off the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. Roy going to the single coverage, end zone. Touchdown. He hits Cooper again.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys, girls, everybody listening? What's going on? We are here to talk college football playoff round 1, the matchup against Notre Dame. Now, listen, it's not going to be your typical preview as we are still roughly a week and a half away from starting, from playing. Right?
9 days?
A week and a
9
day.
days?
Week and a
9
day.
days? 9 days?
We're week and a day.
Okay.
20th, playing the 20th. When this comes out, we'll be 1 week away from kickoff. But next week, we will do a traditional formatted one. Today, we're going to do something similar. We're going to go a little bit more in depth in their offense, a little bit more in depth in their defense, and then we'll just get through. It shouldn't be super long, but I'm interested to hear what Seth has to say about this team since he's seen them play his team already, and he also watches an abnormal amount of Notre Dame football for somebody that's not a Notre Dame fan. So let's get into it. Oh, by the way, Seth is here. Said Seth's name, so he's here. Brandon's here, of course. I think he talked at some point while I was just, jabbering away. So what's up, guys?
What is going on? I put this in the Peegs message board for the Notre Dame roll call. I just locked in my tickets, so I am as excited as ever. Pumped to talk about this game, pumped to go to this game, pumped for everything.
Yeah, and my FOMO is through the roof. I think I'll probably end up going. It's just I haven't bought the ticket yet.
Which is smart.
Trying to wait.
I crossed the picket line. Like I'm the problem. I'm the problem.
I am trying to wait it out. Seth, what's up?
I have no problems.
You had 99 of them. And all of them are Purdue football. And every single one of them are Purdue football.
Let's avoid the Jay-Z references right now if we can. Not necessarily the best time for those. Allegedly. So let me run through. Here's what we're going to
focus on the 2 football teams in Indiana that actually play worth a damn. How about that?
Yes. So let's go through what we're going to talk about. Quick look at Notre Dame's schedule, which we already talked about it. We're going to go real fast through that. Deep dive into the offensive defense. Again,
that's what I want to talk about.
Super detailed, but maybe Brandon wants to talk more about it. Do some randos. And as I said, next week's pod, which will come out, I'm assuming on Wednesday or Thursday, will be more of the traditional game preview with predictions. We'll also go through first round and do predictions there too, and some other stuff. So let's dive right into it. Again, Brandon, we talked about this on the last pod, a little bit about their schedule, but I'm interested
Can
to
we
hear
before we do that, time out, 30 second time out. Can we go over our final rankings for the end of the season?
We
Please.
can. You can do it. Go ahead.
I think it's important for what we're going to talk to later. So, our offense did take a little bit of a dive after the Michigan and Ohio State game, but we still ended up a top 25 offense. We finished number 2 in total offense at 439 yards a game. The rushing is what kind of really fell off. But I mean, again, Michigan and Ohio State's rush defenses are 2 of the top units in the entire country. So that ended up being 51 at 174 yards a game, which still sounds crazy, doesn't it, Seth? Like, I feel like 174 yards is a lot, but there's 50 teams that do it more. So, and then the passing, 29th in the country at 265 yards a game. But the thing that I think that stands out the most, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, is we're number 2, despite being still a 24 ranked offense in the country in yardage, number 2 in scoring. I mean, that comes down to efficiency, play calling, and execution, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it boils down to. Those were exactly, I mean, you took away all of my talking points. Thanks. I'll just shut up now and keep producing.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, I know I was on here criticizing Shanahan a little bit at times. But man, scoring touchdowns instead of kicking field goals is how you win games. It's how you advance in a tournament. And it's how you maximize efficiency. And IU is going to need that. Because, when they get past this game, you're going to have to be hyper efficient, even to get past this game. So again, that was the stat on offense that really stood out. And then everything on defense, right, Bragg? Do you want to run through the defensive stats real quick?
We can real quick. Yeah, defense was elite. Let's be honest. I mean, total defense second in the country, only giving up 245 yards a game, scoring 6th in the country, a smidge under 15 points a game. Number 1 rushing offense in the country at 70 yards per game. And then the passing defense, again, has been great. 9th in the country at 174 yards per game. And then the turnover margin, again, really good, plus 15.
So my question to Seth here is, you probably consumed the most college football playoff content. Why wasn't these rankings being discussed when talking about IU being fraudulent? Because you don't put up these type of defensive numbers and be a fraudulent team, right?
No, it just goes completely against the narrative. We've talked so much, at least offline. I don't know if you've mentioned this online so much, of just the narratives that are being driven by, whether it's ESPN, CBS, even specific members of the media who have either Ohio State biases or SEC biases. You have all of these people who had Nick Saban ad infinitum, just over and over again, waxing poetic about how horrible it is that Alabama gets shafted. None of that is true. And if you actually look at the stats, if you look at where teams rank statistically against other teams, I use statistics. I hate saying that word over and over again. They rank they tell the story that negates all of that wishful thinking, all of that legacy, all the tradition, all of those things that they want to hang their hat on. And the fact that they only play 8 conference games instead of 9 conference games in the Big Ten. They always fail to mention that part too, because that goes against their narrative. There's not enough people in the media who have kind of a pro IU bias, or, other than just the novelty of IU being new to big football talk. So Paul Feinbaum, and the blowhard of the South, or whatever his nickname is, just goes on and on and on. Oh, Indiana's nothing. They don't play it. It's just like, it's just so generic and trivial. And when you actually look and do the research, when you watch game tape, everything else tells you a different story.
Yeah, the tape and the numbers. The tape and the numbers is what I think matters the most. It's how you win. Games aren't played on paper, but paper's a good metric for how you can play. And no matter how you dice it, IU is number 1 in the country in rushing. And how many teams how many teams that we played have a rush first offense? I mean, go through our own schedule. Half the teams we played want to run the ball. Nebraska,
Michigan, right?
Michigan State, Ohio State,
Penn State, Maryland. Yep.
Maryland for sure.
Penn State, but
oh, sorry. I was just meaning them in general, but yes.
But yeah, so I mean, again, there is no way that number 1 ranking in the country in rush defense is fraudulent, right? Another thing that is not fraudulent is holding teams, limiting points. How do you limit points? You be good on third down. you create turnovers. You create negative plays, whether that's in sacks or pressures or tackles for losses. All of those stats are real, and they're on-field stats. So, again, that's it. I could go on and on. Bragg, I know you want to make this portion short of it, but I really wanted to touch on the defensive stats. One other stat, and this isn't me making any predictions. This is me just saying, a national champion, every national champion in the last 2 decades have had both a top 25 defense and a top 25 offense. Indiana is 24-2.
There you go. There's a stat that Coach Sig said, and I think it was a kind of an in-between interview after Purdue, where somebody was asking about the schedule and do you really deserve to be in there? And he said something about something along the lines of, if you remove our non-conference and you take what we've done against Power 4 teams, don't look at the teams. We've played Power 4 conference teams, 9 of them, and we average a score of 40 something to like 17 in 9 Power 4 games. 40 something to 17. That's all you really have to say. I mean, I wish I could go through. I was trying to do the math real quick while you were talking, but I couldn't get it done. But it was something along the lines like 41-17 is like the average score of us against Power 4. And I'm pretty sure we also have like the biggest scoring margin in Power 4. But again, it all comes down to schedule. But then if you go look at even the schedule for Notre Dame, Seth's gone. If you go look at the schedule for Notre Dame, they struggled with some teams. I mean, they lost to NIU, right? Northern Illinois. They struggled with Louisville, who turned out to be halfway decent at the end of the year. They struggled with Georgia Tech for a while, right?
Until literally the last 10% of the game.
Yeah. They struggled really bad with USC. They won by 14 points. They won by 14 points because of 2 pick sixes, right? How's that game turn out without 2 pick sixes inside the red zone? A 99-yard touchdown and a 100-yard pick six. That's never going to happen again. Like, that's, knock on wood, that's never going to happen again. I mean, there was a very good chance USC pulls that off, and we're not even talking about Notre Dame at this point. Maybe we're talking about Alabama somewhere at this point, but yeah, I mean, it's not a normal thing, right? Now, they did destroy some teams. Florida State, bad. Virginia, Army, everybody loves them. Good for them. Same thing with Navy, but they're just not on the same level. And Stanford just ran through them, right? And then Purdue as well. But, they did, as I said, they struggled with other Power 4 teams that were probably on the same level as some of the teams we played. So
I got a question. I got a question here for you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, so again, everyone knows about their Northern Illinois game. Everyone knows about our Ohio State game. I just want to, these aren't common opponents, but who is better, Michigan or USC?
Michigan beat USC.
Right. So who on their schedule is better than Michigan? Texas A&M?
Is Georgia Tech better, maybe? Texas A&M, Louisville.
Louisville and Michigan. Really? You think so?
I think so. They're hot, dude. They're a hot team. Where did they finish? 9-3, Seth?
Who?
Louisville.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was like 7-5.
I don't think so. I think they finished hot, and they destroyed Kentucky in the last game of the season.
Fair. Okay, we can say that. What about?
I think it would be a good game. It would be a good game. Nebraska, who's
I guess what my point is, right, is everyone ripped our easy schedule. I don't see how Notre Dame's is any easier or any harder than ours. I think if you lay it over, man, they didn't play anyone near as good as Ohio State.
No,
right?
Texas A&M's their best game.
Right. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, everyone is just discrediting. They didn't play anyone. This is, this is their second true test. Who did Notre Dame play? Well, where did Notre Dame get tested other than in August? Like Notre Dame, I mean, traveling to USC, fine. I bet IU would be a 10-point favorite at USC.
Yeah, Notre Dame was a 7-point favorite because I remember I put money on USC to cover the 7 points. And then they threw 2 pick sixes for 199 total yards.
So anyway, enough schedule talk. My point is, like, I'm just sick and tired of everyone ripping our schedule. And then I look at a team like Notre Dame and I'm like, okay, it's the same schedule. It's not more difficult. It's not easier. It's not more difficult. It just kind of is the same schedule.
It's not going to get any better next year, Brandon, because as of right now, which means nothing, we have the 16th toughest schedule out of 18 teams in the Big Ten.
Who has the toughest?
Purdue. Purdue does. But again, I'm so tired of hearing you guys complain about it for 2 years when we were put through the exact same schedule year after year after year after year.
It is totally punishment for the leaders and the West and every other
West.
That we should have been able to win so many more of, but didn't. Yes. Okay, fine. We get it. Retribution.
You know what else I forgot to mention was I forgot to officially say that we did finish second in the Big Ten this season. They did give us full credit as second place finishers in the Big Ten, which is pretty cool. All right, let's hop in real quick. Let's do this. You guys know more about this. I went through their whole offense, went through multiple previews. This is all I came up with. Here we go. And they're not comparable on offense. They are very comparable on defense. Total offense, they're 40th. They, middle of the road, a little bit better. Scoring offense, very good. They get 40 points a game. I don't know if that counts any of their defensive touchdowns. They've had a few defensive touchdowns as well. I don't know.
It
does. 40 points per game.
Total points, special teams,
so there you go.
Field goals, offense, defense, it's everything.
There you go. Rushing offense is very good. We knew this. They average 225 yards per game rushing the ball, 10th in the country. Here's a part that might surprise a lot of the casual people, right? Or a lot of people that don't watch Notre Dame. They're not a good passing offense. They've gotten better as the season's gone on, but they're still 101st in the country. They average less than 200 yards a game. And this surprised me. I tried to do this in all these previews. I try to find a stat that somebody's really bad at, and they're pretty good at everything on offense. They don't give up a ton of sacks. They don't do a whole lot of anything crazy. They're kind of bad on third down. They're 38%, which puts you at 87th, which is in the lower third of the country. Meanwhile, just as a comparison, I use 12th. We convert almost 50% of our third downs, which is insane. But let's talk about some of their key players, unless you guys want to talk about any of that that stands out. But
I do want to talk a little bit about it.
Okay, do it.
Riley Leonard. Not Riley Leonard. We'll save that for a second. So their rushing offense is really good, right? Really good. 225 yards a game, right? How many yards do we give it up again, Bragg? How many?
70.
What would you say our biggest strength, offense, defense is?
Just be the rush defense.
Be the rush defense. So their strength is our strength.
So multiple games, especially down this stretch here.
Yeah.
We watched the games together, right? We were at games or in my basement screaming what over and over and over again while we're on defense. Keep running the ball. Please running the football. Now, this could come back to bite us now. I mean, if there's anything Notre Dame's very traditional powerhousey in, at least of recent, is offensive linemen. And they could have absolute studs, right? Don't know. Again, as I said, they don't stand out too many. They don't allow too many sacks. Is that the offensive line, or is that Riley Leonard doing his thing? That's one of the two key players. Riley Leonard, the quarterback transfer over from Duke, and then the running back Jeremiah Love. That's their whole offense. They've got some sure, very good talent. I'm sure it is on the outside and the wide receivers and in the tight end, but they don't get the ball. So let me run through the stats real quick, and I'll sit back, let you guys talk about these two players. But Riley Leonard, 2,100 yards passing, is a little bit under it. 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Nothing's going to blow you away. I think he's got a pretty high completion percentage as well. I don't know why I didn't put that in there. But he also has run for 700 yards at a 5.8 yard clip, right?
I
And
mean, his
14
completion
rushing
percentage is okay.
What's he at?
It's 66.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty.
I'd say mid 60s is okay. Low
if you wanna be-
60s is below average. Anything in the 50s is bad. I'd say
Yeah.
I'd say good 70.
Like Kevin
70 is the
Wilson's-
bar.
Yeah, I remember Kevin Wilson saying he wants his quarterbacks to be in the mid 60s completion percentage. Be in the mid 60s, we'll have a good season. Be in the mid 60s, have a good season. Good quarterbacks when he was here. All right, and then Jeremiah Love, almost 1,000.
Do you know what Rourke's is? You want to know what Rourke's is?
72.
71.
Oh,
But so
Oh.
I mean that's good in my mind.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, it's very good.
66 is fine. It's fine.
I think 66 is a B minus, or is it just
Sure.
a B?
What
Maybe
about you,
it's a-
Seth? What's your thoughts on?
He doesn't
It's
want to talk
66.
completion percentage.
Yeah, it all depends on the offense too. Like if you're talking about like the Hawaii offense, it should be in the 80s because everything's like a glorified screen. So it's all just dependent. If you're trying to go downfield, of course it's going to be closer to 50. But I think the most kind of pro style best offenses, 65 to 75, I think is the target zone you're looking for.
Yeah. Let me finish up on Jeremiah Love real quick because this guy's an absolute stud. I don't know what year he is, but he's an NFL running back. 950 yards rushing right now at 7 yards per carry.
He's a sophomore. He will not be going to the NFL
Okay, but it will not this season. Next season.
next season.
15 touchdowns for him. So combined between the two rushing the football, they have 29 rushing touchdowns. 206 yards out of the backfield. It doesn't sound like a ton receiving, but I'm pretty sure he's like third on their team in receiving yards. And 2 touchdowns. What do you guys have to say? Do you have any other players that have stood out that you guys have watched? I'm not super convinced by Leonard as a passing quarterback, but I know he's a stud, so I don't want to talk too much crap.
How many yards per completion do you think he's at?
5.7.
6.
Little higher, 7. You want to know what Rourke is?
9.2.
9.9.
11.
Ooh.
10.
Okay.
So can we confidently say IU has an advantage at quarterback?
Yes.
Can we confidently say Notre Dame has an advantage at running back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other
Yep.
players that stand out to you, Seth, on their team? Their wide receivers are pretty mad at me. They don't have that Notre Dame tight end.
No. To be honest with you, again, I will step into it a little bit since I know you guys are a little tentative too. Riley Leonard can do everything a quarterback needs to do to be a leader, to have a moxie, to be a good decision maker, to extend plays. The one thing he can't do, throw the ball with accuracy mid downfield. It just hasn't developed all season. Even as his passing percentage and his rate of pass yards per game has increased as the season's gone on, it's been against weaker competitors, and it's also been in a more short and intermediate pass route. That coordination or that correlation has been causation in that case. The more accomplished passer, at least when I saw with my own eyes, was Angeli, the backup quarterback. He has a really nice arm, and he'll probably, if he ever ends up being a starting quarterback, would probably have a higher completion percentage, but he doesn't have the legs. Riley Leonard has really good legs, really good eyes. He's a winner. He has all the intangibles, all the stuff that his stats really don't jump off the page at you. But he always puts Notre Dame in winning positions. And that's what they ended up signing up for. They didn't sign up for some pro guy. They didn't sign up for some, 6'5" beauty. He's just kind of a grinder, and it works for him, except for against NIU. And that's the difference, is he's not some kind of unbelievable playmaker who's going to overwhelm teams with his athleticism or his arm talent. So his ceiling is pretty good, but his floor is pretty low too. So it just depends on what you're getting, who else shows up, but they're going to run the ball. You better believe it.
Bragg, do we want to talk about how IU wins a game, how IU loses a game, or we want to wait for that?
Not yet. We want to wait till next week.
Okay. So last thing I want to say is their wide receiver core. They do have two guys that are definitive 1 and 2. They got Bo Collins and Jay Greathouse. What is his name? Let me look it up. Jaden Greathouse. How many receptions do you think those two have combined?
65.
50.
60. Ooh. 60 out of their top 2 receivers. You want to know what our top 2 receivers have?
Oh gosh. And we spread the ball around a ton.
80 and 64, so like 144.
No, it's too
I mean
much.
just between the top 2 guys.
Yeah.
100.
84.
Oh.
We spread it around too much. It's spread around too much to have somebody in the 60s or something like that.
Oh.
Their leading receiver in yardage would be 4th in yardage.
There you go. They just don't throw it enough. I mean, as I said, they're ranked 101st in passing offense, and they just haven't needed to throw the ball. I mean, we're about ready to talk about their defense here in a minute, and their defense has helped their offense.
Yeah, I hope people pick up my drift. I'm not a fan of their offense. If that kind of points the direction of what I'm going to talk about next week, I'm about to be a whole lot more quiet when we get to this next section.
Yeah, because their defense is very good. Now, granted, their rankings are similar, if not maybe a little bit worse than what ours are on defense. Now, they rank 9th in overall defense. They're 3rd in scoring defense, 3rd in passing defense. We might want to hold on to that little nugget there. And 51st in rushing defense. So there's nothing that they're really bad at. They also have the 2nd best turnover margin in the country at plus 16. Now, granted, that's only 1 more than us, so not that much more. Now, I have 4 guys listed as key players on their defense. I'd say they have 11, but I don't want to talk about all of them because these 4 are like, for me at least, the biggest studs, and I'll let you guys add on any of them. But let's start on the defensive line. Riley Mills, big dude. He's like 6'3", almost 300 pounds. 6.5 sacks at the defensive tackle position.
He's hurt.
Is he hurt? Really?
Let me Google this for sure. He missed the last few games. I think
Seth's got it. But he's an absolute stud. And especially if he's missed the last few games, and 6.5 sacks on the season is crazy. But their leader on defense is, and really their second best, well, not really second best player, but their second best tackler. Both of them are at the linebacker position. And Jack Kaiser leads them. And this is going to be something you want to look up, Brandon. Look at this. Team leader in tackles, 64. 64. Aiden's at what? 112 or something like that. 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recovers for him. The other guy next to him, Drake Bowen, 2nd in tackles with 54, right? Now they've got an absolute stud, possible first-round draft pick guy in their the defensive backfield in Xavier Watts. The safety is 3rd in tackles on the team with 50, 5 interceptions, including, I think, what turned out to be kind of the game-sealing interception, a 100-yard pick 6 against USC last week. They've got a couple other guys with multiple interceptions as well. Their other safety has 3, I believe. And they're very, very good on defense. What do you got, Seth?
I don't see anything about an active injury. I see that there's calls.
Howard Cross. They're preseason All-American.
Oh, Riley Mills was being threatened with suspension. At least USC fans were wanting him. He threw a punch during the game at USC, and they were hoping he would be suspended.
Suspend him.
That's the only guy I could find recently, at least.
So there is. I'm going to say one more stat that is probably going to come back to bite us. They don't average a lot of sacks per game, meaning that they are middle of the road in the country at about 1.5 sacks per game. I wish I could give you a good comparison to like what Ohio State did or Michigan, but I can't. But they are not an over the top crazy blitzing gonna get you in the backfield all the time kind of team. But they are they're really, really good. And that doesn't mean that they're not going to start sacking us like crazy on next Friday. So what do you guys have to say? Anything on their defense? Anybody I forgot that was amazing? You guys just want to keep fawning over Xavier Watts like I have been all day, or what do you
real good? That's my insight.
All right. I will just say that Jack Kaiser and Drake Bowen are the two that I would talk about. They are both Indiana high school football legends. They are the kind of guys who started being recruited as they were freshmen. They both feel like guys who were always going to go to Notre Dame, even when they were, young. And they have blossomed to be truly, great college players. And I think Drake Bowen probably has a legitimate NFL future ahead of him. So they just have players up and down the roster on defense, and it feels a lot like the Ohio State defense we talked about, but a little bit different in some ways.
But in a very significant way, Seth, it's different. It's whose front seven was better, Ohio State or Notre Dame?
Ohio State.
Whose defense was better on the back end?
Ohio State.
Their defense.
This
is bulletin board material, but like their defense is sort of Ohio State light, and I mean that as a compliment, right?
Right. Yes.
Like their defense is incredible, but it's also not the Ohio State defense.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the Ohio State defense, from what I remember, and I wish I could go back and look at it real quick, but when we played them, I believe everything was in the top 10. Every stat. They were incredible rushing defense, incredible passing defense, incredible scoring defense, incredible total defense. And it showed. It showed. And, I mean, there have been some things that have come out that have been encouraging that I think that we've obviously worked on since then, that kind of factored into them being able to get quite a bit of pressure on Rourke in that game that I think can translate really well into kind of keeping him upright in this game.
How's their offensive line, Seth? I know we're on defense, but
they had some inconsistencies and some injuries. Yeah, but they sure did. They sure open up holes offensively. But then again, they had inferior opponents a lot of times where they could just by size and strength alone move people around, and it didn't force them to throw the ball. So a lot of the sack numbers are limited because they weren't exposed. They could set up play action pass because they're running the ball effectively. And because of that combination of things, it never ended up being exposed as the weakness. A lot of, I think, ND truthers or, ND fans on message boards think that it is. And I haven't seen enough to truly believe it's a weakness, but when you're playing Navy, when you're playing Army, when you're playing teams that don't necessarily have these amazing pass rushes or even run defenses, it's questionable what what those stats truly mean. What's the weight of those? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, when I said they're not great, what I meant was like they're good. But again, just like what Seth said, I mean, tell me that Army, Virginia, Florida State, Navy, Stanford, Miami of Ohio, Purdue. I mean, tell me how great their defensive lines are, right? Like, I'm sure they just got pushed around like crazy. Now, granted, I'll give Purdue credit. From what I remember, I think you guys either scored first or hung with them for a while.
No. It was ugly early. It was Harry.
Okay.
It was Harry's chocolate shop all over the place. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, then I must be thinking of a different game because I thought for sure you guys either scored first.
And no, I think that was the Oregon game where it was like 14-0 late into the first second quarter. Yeah.
Anything you got to do to hold on to any hope. Either way, what we've just talked about is you've got strength against strength. And we're not going to preview a whole lot of stuff and like where we hold advantages and everything right now. But if you go read all the predictions, man, everybody's tones have changed, right? We're a really good team. Do they think we're going to win? No. But we're a really good team, and they can recognize it. And here's the only advantage that I've read in all of these different previews. They think this crowd is going to help them win the game. They think that us going into Notre Dame is going to be too intimidating for us to play there. And that's going to be the major difference in the game. The thing is, based on history, based on the way we've traveled this season, when I say history, I mean history of fans going into that stadium from visiting teams, and the way that we've traveled this season, I don't see it being as big of an advantage as what they're saying it is. Now, granted, do I think it's going to look like it did in Northwestern? Absolutely not. Rose Bowl? Maybe, but we'll see. What else do you guys want to add on this before we go to the promo, and then we'll get some randos and sack, and then we'll get out of here? Nothing.
That's
Good.
it for now.
All right, cool. We'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by your go-to expert in the Indiana real estate market. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home right here in the heart of the Hoosier country, Garrett Lawton with True Blood Real Estate is the agent that you need. He's not just a real estate agent, he's a Hoosier fan just like you. And Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes the buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to make a move, give Garrett a call at 317-410-8851 or visit his website at lawton-realty.com. And we're back. What's up? It's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast. Brandos, Randos, what do you got?
Hey, so seen a lot of Battle of Indiana, everything along that. So that kind of got me thinking. For what I think is really the heart of Brandos Randos. So what are the D1 football schools, Seth, in Indiana?
D1. Not including subdivision, we're
Correct.
not including Indiana State. Okay, good.
Correct.
So that would be Ball State,
Yep.
IU,
Yep.
Purdue, and
Yep.
Notre Dame.
Perfect. So there's 4.
Yes.
Okay. Bragg, Seth,
Mhm.
rank those 4 as football towns. The importance of football to their geography.
Is this
that's easy.
History, or is this?
No,
this
just a
season?
football town.
Mhm.
Right?
Oh, all right. Go
So
ahead.
I think this is pretty easy. The easiest one.
What it means to the town that it actually exists in.
Correct.
Okay, then the least is Muncie. There is
Correct.
absolutely nothing that Ball State does for Muncie.
Correct.
Sorry, for Muncie, Ball State football.
Correct.
Third is IU, is Bloomington.
Correct. Yep.
Second is West Lafayette.
Correct.
And one is is South Bend, because there is nothing else in the city.
Notre Dame
makes that
football is the
town
only
alive.
reason South
Mhm.
Bend exists. Nobody
Correct.
would know South. No one
Nope.
would know South Bend. No one. Football is all they have. It is their identity.
And
It
my
is
favorite
their
part
identity.
is that they've carved out Notre Dame into its own little town,
Yes,
and
that's
now
what I was
call
gonna
it
say.
Notre Dame,
Yes.
Indiana.
Notre Dame, Indiana. Yep, they've separated themselves from South Bend as much as they
So
can.
lame. Okay. Next question. Out of those 4 D1 football programs, rank their tailgates.
Oh,
This is easy.
This is easy.
I
agree.
was
I
just
agree.
gonna.
This is-
I don't know. I've never been to a Notre Dame one, so I don't
Okay.
know.
I've been to
3. I've been
I've
the
never
other
been
3.
to Purdue. I've never been to Purdue. So
Okay.
I'll have to
Not-
lean on you two. I've been to the other 3.
Not a lot. Not a
Purdue
lot.
Purdue is very boilerplate. No,
Yeah.
screw you guys.
Yeah.
All right, rank them.
All right.
Rank them.
Ball State 4th,
Uh-huh.
Purdue 3rd.
Purdue 3rd. Yeah.
No, sorry, no. Notre Dame 3rd, Purdue
Yes.
2nd, IU 1st.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And IU first only because the last year was so much better. It's still smaller than Purdue's, but it was much more entertaining this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I agree with that ranking again. Notre Dame tailgate is like going to an opera.
Mhm.
Like it is. It has that like nicety of like Southern tailgates, but none of the fun stuff. Like it's like Midwestern food. It's like have some pasta salad and a burger. Like, you
And
know, it's not like
there's always 2 or 3 80 or 90-year-old like great grandparents around because they just can't quit coming. And you're just like, okay,
this is weird.
Yeah.
I just want to like, you know, play beer pong and like drink a lot. But
Yeah.
grandma's over
Yeah.
here is asking me about grandpa. It's weird.
And there's nice police everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the lamest tailgate I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to many. I haven't been to many college tailgates. I've been to maybe a half dozen. It was the lame. I actually thought Ball State was more fun, but that's because
you're
like
blackout drunk before you even go to the game.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was a student at IU that went to go visit friends.
I've done that too. Yeah.
I had
Same
quite a, but I'm talking about like I could see it for us not being fun. Like there's probably 500 people tailgating and it's not a great time.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one, because do you guys follow White Boy Rick on Twitter? He was just shredding South Bend as a town apart. Rank the cities. Nothing to do with football, nothing to do with the university. Just as a like visit Muncie.
Let me go first.
Visit Bloomington.
Let me go first.
Okay.
West Lafayette.
No way.
Yes.
No
West
way.
Lafayette. West
No.
Lafayette. Yes.
No.
Muncie. South Bend. Bloomington.
No, it's South. It's Muncie the worst, then South Bend, then West Lafayette.
I disagree. I've had so much fun in Muncie. It's ridiculous.
Bloomington is even without the university, it's beautiful. Like you visit, like I just went to Brown. I brought my son and my in-laws to Bloomington, Indiana for a vacation. Didn't have anything to do with football, the university. It was beautiful.
Brandon, I've seen the sunshine in Muncie. I've literally never seen the sunshine in West Lafayette. I'm not even making that up.
This is the perfect question for me because these are the 4 towns in Indiana that I have spent the most of my life in. Between me attending Ball State, my sister attending Ball State, me going to Purdue, me growing up, 25 minutes from South Bend, and then having all my family living in Bloomington now. The answer is Muncie is the worst.
Yes.
South Bend is third. West Lafayette, if we're talking Lafayette is in the Muncie territory, but thankfully West Lafayette, again, the river crossings protects it a little bit. And then Bloomington is one of the most beautiful cities on God's green earth. As gross as that is for me to admit out loud, it is just a fantastic place to spend a fall weekend. Hot damn.
If we could not use the words God and green over the next 9 days or so, that would be very much appreciated.
So just a quick recap there. Got a little off the rails, but this is Brando's Randos. Indiana, #1 tailgate. Indiana, #1 city. Battle of Indiana, it's already over. Indiana has already won the battle of
Let's
Indiana.
do a different one. What about color schemes?
What
about color schemes?
Indiana State wins. I know they're not even eligible.
Not that.
I just love the baby blue.
I think I got to
Do
go
we put Notre Dame one?
Notre Dame's one, yeah.
Notre Dame's one.
The green and gold just hits, man.
Probably.
And then Purdue, then Indiana, then
Ball State's just
Ball
State's like a cheap Indiana.
Yeah, they've got black that they can use, and they could do so much better with their uniforms, but they're so dumb. Oh, they're so
no
dumb.
Marketing, none.
No, it's so crazy.
Which is they're like known as marketing. Like that's one of their strongest undergrad schools is their marketing. My brother went there, graduated with a marketing degree.
The weirdest place. I love
let's
partying.
Let's stick with unis because that was actually my next one. Notre Dame has a ton of uniforms, a ton of helmets.
I'm going to stop you from where you're going. It's going to be as scratch as scratch can get. Is that what
you don't think they go green? You don't think they go green?
No, they don't like green. Notre Dame fans don't
because
like
they lose every time they wear
it. Should be green versus red for Christmas.
Yes.
That Anybody who doesn't sign up for this is an idiot. Again, marketing. Market the hell out of this. Make it the goddamn Christmas game. Who gives it? Like the battle for Indiana and Christmas. Everything is at stake.
It's going to be as scratch as scratch can get. It will be typical.
Yeah, it'll be the golden helmets.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, with the blue.
Cowards.
Yeah, and the gold pants. You're right. It'll be their traditional unis. It'll be our traditional unis too.
Bullshit. We don't have anything else right now. We will next year, but we don't have anything else.
So I got two more. Do you have any Notre Dame football friends? I have a lot. I have like
we all have
if you
another
would
school
survey
as a
my
primary school. Like it's
not
always...
not my friends. Not my friends. Notre Dame is
No.
their
You were
everything.
so close. You're so
I have
like
I know.
Yeah, he
I
was
know.
there. I have a coworker that is a grad. He's not a man. I hope he doesn't listen to this. He's not like what I would consider a friend. But no, I don't have Notre Dame people in my life.
I see. I don't have any Purdue people in my life. Like you guys both have.
what?
You're an IU fan. We've said this in the group chat. You are now an IU fan. That wasn't an insult to you. You are my friend.
I have so many Purdue friends. It's ridiculous.
You are my friend, but you are an IU fan. That you
Football.
said it yourself.
I do not support the basketball squad.
We don't either. But
Nor do we.
But I have a ton of Notre Dame friends and Notre Dame football specifically. And man, did they not give us a shot in this game? I always liked these guys. A lot of these guys are like childhood friends. I'm ready to punch my phone every time they're like, "Oh, you thought Ohio State running backs are good. Wait till you see Jeremiah Love. Oh, Rourke, I saw him throw interceptions against Maryland. Do you know what our secondary is going to do when you guys try to run those inside seam routes and slants? We're going to intercept Rourke 2 or 3 times." Like, they are so cocky. Like almost at an Ohio State level. Like, I may sever ties with friends over the next 2 weeks.
Should.
So
I don't have any hardcore Notre Dame football fans. Like my sister's a Notre Dame football fan, but it's only because she likes the colors. I bet she'll probably root for IU because she lives in Bloomington. But Notre Dame football fan hardcore ones live in this little bubble. It's this little NBC bubble that they live in, that only the things that NBC tells them about are they like concerned or worried about. So Notre Dame is always like so special and protected. That's how I always view them, is they're always so just, they've never had anybody punch them in the face with reality. It'd be great if IU gets to do it. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just a certain little fun element to it. But yeah, I think Notre Dame fans are just so spoiled, and they tend to just live in a bubble where everything is so pro Notre Dame that they don't believe that anything could ever possibly be anti.
Yep. Last thing for me, another thing that I've noticed, and this just has to be because my phone listens to me, but has like Notre Dame content jumped up into your timelines?
100%.
Like who has more podcasts? Last Brando's Randos, Notre Dame football or IU basketball? Who has more podcasts?
Notre Dame football.
I've counted 5 so far. 5 different ones on my timeline. And I love content creators. Go create content. This is fun. We do this because we enjoy this and we like talking about it. But oh my gosh, it is a lot, and it is already annoying. So it's only going to be more. I probably got 2 more podcasts on my phone since saying this. So that's all I got.
All right, here's the sack. I got 2 things for you. The first one, as soon as I saw that IU was going to be 10, I shouted out "Battle for Indiana." Is that what we're calling this, or do we have a better name for this? Has to have some kind of gravitas of a name to it. What is the name of this game?
I want something better. You guys know marketing is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got nothing other than that.
Who's your hookup?
The ones that I saw that I hated was SIGs versus Catholics. Like that was so
Yeah,
bad.
I don't like that one.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of other ones I've seen online because it would just be me stealing ideas. I don't have an original.
I think I saw Crimson versus Catholics too. I think they were
Yes.
all
that
kind
one's
of
okay.
along that theme. Yeah.
I don't mind that one. You know what I want to talk about is how scared they are.
I don't think
How
so.
they're-
I disagree. I've seen that on the Peaks board.
no,
I've seen that on Twitter. I
no,
disagree.
no.
I disagree.
Then why are they tweeting out, don't sell your ticket, keep the ticket prices up, keep IU
because
fans
we're
out
Notre
of
Dame.
the
Because
stadium?
we're Notre
Yeah.
Dame. It's pinkies up. Like
They're
don't
scared
we're
of it.
better than
They're
them. I
scared.
don't think it's
Don't
that.
swear at the tailgate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
Go
Graham
look
was
and see
scared.
what happened.
protect the brand. We're Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We
They're
don't
that's what I
allow
mean.
fans.
They're
I don't think
scared
they're
of it.
scared. Just from
Yeah.
the 5 podcasts I've heard clips of, and my
Oh, that's fine.
friends,
The podcast.
they're
was
already
perfect.
going to New
Ridiculous.
Orleans. Like they've already like do not pass go, do not collect $200 Indiana. Like you're going home.
Have
You're
you
going
ever
straight
think
home.
about this? You don't think that they're just putting on a front?
I don't. Supreme confidence, an Ohio
These-
State level of arrogance and confidence. That's what I'm
What
seeing.
arrogance and confidence do they have? When was the last time they've won a national championship? What have they
Greg,
done?
it's Indiana basketball cockiness. That's what it is.
Exactly. But you know, as an IU fan, no matter how good the team is now in the tournament, you're cocky as shit on the outside, but on the inside, you're dying because you know what's about to happen.
I hate this, but when we used to host North Carolina and Duke and Assembly Hall, I was also saying, "Don't sell your tickets." Like I was that free, and it wasn't because I'm scared. It's just because like we're not going to let them come in here and take over our stadium. Like it was more of we must protect this house.
Oh,
Like
Yeah, protect the house.
but it wasn't scared. It was more like like
their only advantage on paper. Their only advantage on paper, they don't have one. So they have to go to an intangible advantage. They have to, and that is their crowd. And that's the one thing they're trying to keep sacred. And they're scared that we are going to get together and make too much noise in their little outdoor church, and we're going to keep this game closer or the other way, that they don't want to have. They were not going to tell you to their face. They're the same way. The only difference is they're actually educated compared to Ohio State. Is that
a lot of Walmart Notre Dame fans?
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
Walmart
same
Notre
problem.
Dame.
Ohio
I
State,
meant your-
Michigan, Notre Dame, all got
I meant
the
your
Walmarts.
friends. I meant your friends, right? Aren't they Notre Dame people?
Yes, then they are all
Yes.
college educated.
That's what I
smart
mean.
people.
The people that you're talking to, the people that you're listening to, are Notre Dame people. The people you're referencing are Notre Dame people. They're smart people. Ohio State, you could trick somebody into telling you that they're scared. You can't trick these guys. That I'm telling you, deep down, they don't want this. If they lose to IU at home, they're done. Like internally, they're
It is pack up your bags, go home.
yeah. Like it's
shut down
bro.
the
Like
perimeter.
we're a good team, but we are also still with an 11-1 season, the all-time losingest college football program. So they've got a lot on the line, and I'm telling you that they're shaking in their Sperry's or whatever they wear. I don't know. No offense, Brandon.
All right. My last one is college football awards night right now.
I meant penny loafers. They're shaking in their loafers. That's what I meant. Sorry. Go ahead.
So far, Davey O'Brien Award went to Cam Ward,
Yuck.
Okay. Yeah.
which
to that, of
you know,
course.
he kind of cratered hard at the end of the year, though he
Mhm.
tried hard to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter already named Defensive Player of the Year,
But not the Thorpe Award. Not Safety of the Year. Defensive Back of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
Yes.
He'll have Dion's trophy, according to his coach.
are we prepared? Like Ashton Genty should be the Heisman,
Yes.
He's not.
My
He's
vote.
not.
My vote would be Ashton Genty.
but he's not
Doesn't
going to win,
matter.
right? It's
No,
gonna be
no,
heartbreaking,
Travis Hunter's like minus 1,000
right?
to win the Heisman
I
Trophy.
just don't get it. But-
So you have to remove yourself. You have to take him and just worry about him. Take him out of the program, put him in a different uniform with a different coach. That is a hell of a football player.
No.
guy.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
No, undoubtedly.
Yeah. He's insane.
On an
And
8
the
and
fact
4
that he's
on
doing
an
it.
8-4 team that had no playoff contention, that should like
Oh no,
it's
Seth.
a
They were
meaningless
in the
season.
playoff talks. They were in playoff talks.
That's
Yeah.
bullshit. You need to at least be the best player on a playoff contender.
I totally agree with you, but it doesn't matter. It's for what? It's for the
Oh.
best player in college football.
Then he should have been able to push that team to more wins. Then I don't know what else to tell you.
I
Like
think he tried.
I know,
I
no,
think
he
he
absolutely did. He absolutely did. He's a great player. I am not diminishing his skills, his talent. He'll be an amazing pro, and I'll be a huge fan of wherever he ends up. But
The Raiders.
like, come on, man. Genty is a transcendent generational running back.
He's incredible. Don't take what I said about Travis Hunter as anti-Genty. He's insane. That
So,
guy's really
It's
good.
just a huge
The difference
bummer.
is now if Genty was on, and this is just goes same thing with us. We should be like number 4 in the country, but we're IU. If he's on Michigan, not this year, but if he's on Ohio State, Oregon, whatever,
if he's on
no
Michigan,
pun intended, he's running
playoff
away
team.
with the Heisman. Yeah, and he's running away with the Heisman.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not a knock on either player. It's a frustration at kind of the system and who's being forced to kind of square off against too. Like, and in most years,
Jaden-
Dylan Gabriel would be a hell of a Heisman candidate, the best player on the best team.
No,
And he's an afterthought.
He's overrated. Jaden Daniels won last
Tez
year. Where do you
Johnson
come
is
from?
a fantastic player. What?
Where'd Jaden Daniels come from last year?
LSU.
Out of
LSU.
nowhere. I know that. No shit. What I'm saying is LSU wasn't any good last year. They were good, but they weren't playoffs.
Yeah.
Right?
I wasn't a huge fan of that one either, but
Yeah,
that's
but
not
look
this
at
year,
him
and that's
now.
not the
No.
content I need right now.
Look at him now. Yeah. So, all right, good deal. That's it. We've talked way more than what I thought we were going to talk. So, but either way, you guys are welcome for this, and hopefully you can enjoy it and laugh with us, and hopefully you've learned something. I don't know if we actually taught you guys anything or not, but you might have learned something, at least maybe about the cities of Indiana. So, yeah, that's it. We'll talk to you guys next week with a real in-depth preview, and hopefully we don't S our pants during it. So we'll see. Until then, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Meet Keith, loving dad, board game champ, bus driving pro.
I drive 65,000 miles in my bus each year. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like how there are some things I simply can't see. On my route the other day, a car tried to sneak past me and ends up right in my blind spot. I turned slowly, so accident avoided. But no car should be in the blind spot for a 40,000-pound bus. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.